What's cooking, everybody? It's Door, and in this video we will be taking a closer look at multi-tools in No Man's Sky. We will be covering the different types of multi-tools and how to upgrade the class and slots, as well as the different weapons you can install onto your multi-tool, and of course how to get a good adjacency bonus for max damage and to earn tons of units with your scanner. And so without any further ado, let's get straight into it. So first let's take a look at the different types of multi-tools. The regular multi-tool can be found as a pistol with a maximum of 10 slots, a short rifle or SMG with a maximum of 16 slots, and as a rifle with a maximum of 24 slots. Next to the regular multi-tools, you can also come across experimental multi-tools, which come in a pistol version with 16 slots and a rifle version with 24 slots. Experimental multi-tools are less common but offer a bonus to scanning. So if you want to earn a lot of units, this is the way to go. And finally, we have alien pistols and rifles. Alien multi-tools are also less common and offer the same amount of slots as their experimental counterparts, but with a bonus to their damage output instead of the scanner. If you want to acquire a new multi-tool, you can get one out of a multi-tool case at a space station, the anomaly, or at a minor settlement. You can see the stats and amount of slots it has and the price in units. You can also exchange your current multi-tool. Its value will be shown in the top left corner. If you bought one you like, you can use the multi-tool upgrade station at the space station to upgrade it. Here you can upgrade the class for nanites. From a C to a B class will cost you 10,000 nanites. B to A will cost 25,000 nanites. And to fully upgrade it to an S class will cost 50,000 nanites. You can also upgrade the amount of slots on the multi-tool. The price per slot in units increases with every purchase. If you fill up the initial amount of slots, you may get kicked out of the machine. Just interact with it again to be able to upgrade it further to a maximum of 24 slots. To cut down on these heavily increasing prices, you can also use multi-tool expansion slots as well. These can be received as a reward from a manufacturing facility. You can carry a total of 3 multi-tools and you can swap between them using the quick menu. Visit Iteration EOS on the anomaly to be able to purchase multi-tool technology for nanites. I'll leave a guide on earning a lot of nanites in the description down below. At Iteration EOS you can buy everything from different kind of weapons and upgrades to mining lasers and optical upgrades. I would advise to buy all tech, but I will go over the weapons to give you an idea of their capabilities and hopefully help you pick what suits your playstyle most. The Boltcaster costs a carbon nanotube and 100 chromatic metal to install. It starts out with 64 shots per clip and shoots bursts of supercharged metallic elements. It's great for mid to long range combat and uses projectile ammunition as ammo. The Scatter Blaster costs 1 wiring loom and 200 pognium to install. It starts with a capacity of 96 per clip, but shoots 8 per shot, in a shotgun style manner. It's greatly effective at short range combat and also uses projectile ammunition as ammo. The Blaze Javelin costs 150 condensed carbon, 200 chromatic metal and 1 wiring loom to install and is a charged fire weapon. A fully charged shot will do more damage, but also depletes its magazine faster. This weapon is perfect for long range combat, but due to its longer charging time, not so much for close range combat. It uses carbon or condensed carbon as ammunition. And finally we have the Pulse Spitter, which you can install for 1 wiring loom and 200 deuterium. It starts out with an 80 shot clip and uses projectile ammunition as ammo. The Pulse Spitter is a rapid fire weapon, shooting 3 projectiles at a time, making it a perfect weapon for fast moving targets at medium range. Now that you know what each weapon type does, it's time to configure your multi-tool. I would recommend to have multiple, one focused on scanning and mining and one on combat. But if you only have one multi-tool, you can use the first setup I will show you. It is also worth noting that the base mining beam cannot be dismantled and will always take up one slot. Place the advanced mining laser in the bottom left corner. The advanced mining laser adds 11% mining speed and lets you mine large and rare resources. Place the optical drill next to the advanced mining laser to receive a 50% increase to resources mined. We will keep these 3 slots open for upgrades to receive the most out of our adjacency bonus. Place the scanner 1 slot apart from the optical drill. The scanner allows you to scan your environment for resources. 2 slots above it, add the waveform recycler for an 11% increase in the scanner's radius and a 20% decrease in the recharge time. Place your weapon of choice, in my case the boltcaster, next to the waveform recycler. Add your weapon's upgrade module next to the scanner, in this case the barrel ionizer, to reduce the boltcaster's recoil, burst cooldown and to add a shot per burst. If your weapon has another upgrade, you can add it next to it. Otherwise you'll have an extra V slot for whatever tech you'd like to install. The boltcaster ricochet module enables ricochet, making the projectiles bounce off undamageable surfaces. As you can only add 3 upgrades per tech, we can fill up some of the remaining slots. Add the terrain manipulator next to the waveform scanner, allows you to alter the terrain. Add the analysis visor to the bottom right, this allows you to scan materials and animals. Put the survey device right next to it to be able to detect electric hotspots, gases and minerals. Two slots above the analysis visor, I like to install the geology cannon, an explosive device used to excavate terrain quickly. Do be careful though, as it can also damage the player. I would not recommend using it on a permadeath playthrough. Choosing not to install it also leaves you with 4 additional empty slots. Now if you do have a second multi-tool, I would still recommend to put some sort of weapon on the first, as it's always handy to have a form of defense. For the second multi-tool focus on combat, I would suggest the following setup. Add the unremovable mining beam right here. Install the pulse splitter in the bottom row on the left. And add the amplified cartridges upgrade for it in the top left corner. This increases the clip size with 20 shots. Next to this, place the pulse splitter ricochet module to have the shots ricochet off of undamageable surfaces. You can add the scatter blaster 1 slot away from the pulse splitter. Add the shell greaser next to the mining beam for a 15% reduction in reloading time for the scatter blaster. Once again, we're leaving 3 slots open around our tech for upgrades. Add the blaze javelin 1 slot apart from the scatter blaster. And add the mass accelerator upgrade for it next to the mining beam for 13% added damage to the blaze javelin. I also like to add the combat scope next to the mass accelerator for the ability to zoom in, albeit for just a tiny bit, but also for its recoil stabilizing features. Next to it, place the plasma launcher. You can compare this to the geology cannon, only this explosive bounces and does a ton of damage to robotic and living creatures. Skipping it will once again free up 4 slots, avoid on permadeath, etc. Add the personal force field next to the blaze javelin to be able to deflect incoming shots from the front. Using it drains your life support systems and won't let you shoot back. And finally, I like to add the scanner in the bottom right slot, as it can be useful to scan while on derelict freighters, for example. Now you have all the tech installed, it's time to get some upgrades. You can get these at a multi-tool vendor on the space station. I'll leave glyphs for the stations I'm using on screen. In this system you can get S-Class upgrades for the Pulse Spitter, Scanner, Scatter Blaster, the Blaze Javelin and the Plasma Launcher. Buy them all and return to your ship. Get in and out of it to create an autosave and reload it. Once you're back in, return to the multi-tool vendor to see that it has been restocked. Repeat this until you have 3 of each upgrade. Now it's time to get the rest of the upgrades. I'll once again leave the glyphs for the system I'm using on screen. While we're going towards the multi-tool vendor, I want to ask you to please leave a like and or a comment if you found this video helpful in any way. And don't forget to subscribe to be informed on all things No Man's Sky, from beginner's guides to amazing starships and anything in between. This system carries S-Class modules for the Mining Beam, the Bolt Caster, Geology Cannon and the Scatter Blaster, which we already got in the previous system. Once again, repeat the process until you have 3 upgrade modules for each of your remaining tech. So once you have everything, you just want to install all upgrades in the empty slots around your technology. To get the most out of your setup, you may want to swap out some upgrades after installing them. I'll leave the max stats per upgrade on screen. You want your upgrades to be as close as possible to have the best results. Alternatively, you can also achieve even greater results with X-Class upgrades. I'll leave a video explaining how in the description down below. Once you're done with your scanning and mining multi-tool, you want to swap to your combat multi-tool to install your remaining upgrades. You should see some results in the multi-tool info, but bear in mind that not every upgrade has a direct effect to these stats. So I hope you gained some new info through this video and I made clear what does what and how to get the most out of your multi-tools. Let me know what your preferred weapon is in the comments down below and I'll hopefully see you in the next video. Thank you so much for making it this far into the video. If you liked it, make sure to leave a thumbs up and let me know in the comments down below. If you really did, please subscribe. And if not, well, I hope I get to convince you in the next video.